His head was the shape of a shovel.
What?
Okay.
What?
Be careful what you say.
No,
To stop a dog going for you, you shove your finger up its arm.
Yeah.
It's like when you drop like something in like a industrial warehouse and it just reverberates around the whole fucking warehouse.
Greg's done that a lot of times.
I have.
You introing it, Mahu?
Welcome back to the best podcast in the plethora of multiverses.
Alright, Rick and Morty fan.
Yeah, calm down.
have a billion.
I do.
Calm down like it wasn't a second ago.
I wonder what like alternative universe us is doing right now in this podcast. Like, what topic do you think they're doing?
I think we're all naked.
There's definitely a nudist reality.
Lewis,
There's definite reality as well where we're all made of cheese.
Or we're all women.
I need both of your help with something before we start.
Okay.
I have a bad posture. I'm always leaning forward in the podcast and I'm hunching over and I'm gonna be one of them biddies that you can literally rest your tea tray on.
It's so weird. Yeah, they're like crooks.
Do you know what I'm about?
Crooks.
Yeah, they look like fucking.
I need you boys.
You could put a line on them and use them as a fishing
I
net.
need you boys
There was a crooked lady and she was sad.
to pull to like.
Oh, I see. What, like?
And that goes under there.
Oh, fuck.
And then you put it in there.
What the? This is great for the people just listening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boys. Thanks.
If you don't know
hello.
what, if you're watching right now, fair enough. And if you're listening, can you please write
Who's listening?
what you think is going on right now, just from you know.
See, like, why didn't you just sit up straight?
This is a good
How
advert.
tight do you do it?
That's a bit too tight. But fuck it.
Why didn't you just sit straight?
I had to touch your armpit. That's something I never wanted to do.
You just look weird now.
That one's come off.
You know, you could just sit up straight. That sort of solve the issue.
There we go.
Oh. Do you know
What
what?
the fuck have you done?
Oh, what you meant?
Did you tie it? You twat.
Nah, I didn't. I just
What must people think we're talking about
I
right
just
now?
threaded it in and left it.
Oh, you fucking idiots. Right. We haven't even started drinking yet.
I have.
I've had a beer. This is not doing very much. 'Cause
No.
You guys put it on like rubbish!
Well, why
Okay.
you ask us to put it on?
Right,
You
this
know
is
we're
a perfect advert for listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, and any other podcast.
No, that is
provider
the
you
worst
want.
advert. In fact, that's the advert to go from Spotify to YouTube because it's like now you can't see what's going on.
Just do both. At least you know that we exist now. And guess what?
No. Let me just say.
Well, if you were to watch
Watch
that,
on
it's certainly
YouTube,
funny.
Watch on YouTube, mute it, listen on Spotify. Double the views.
Oh, that's what you do,
That's how you do it.
boys. Right, so I have a donation to read out early on for
That's your
once.
moment.
Oh shit. I can't be bothered to switch all one.
Ah.
You have no idea how it's just.
Greg's
gonna
got a
turn-
surprise for you later.
No, it's just
You can't
gonna-
see it, can you?
It's just gonna turn into fucking the Threeskins band. Which
Yeah,
we
that's
need to
what
do in the
me.
future.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what we want.
okay.
What's
Boys
this,
and girls,
donations?
We have a donation from.
Before you start, Matthew, for all our new listeners, I think you guys forget about the new listeners too much.
No one's new.
Matt is about to read out donations. If you would like to donate to us, there is a tip jar link in the description. You can donate whatever you want. It doesn't matter how big, how small. All of it goes into making this setup not so shit.
But
yeah.
how come? How
And
come
you
it
can write
stayed
little-
so shit?
I don't know. And you can write little,
Yeah.
you can write little messages, and we'll read them out on here with your donation. So yeah.
Well, to be fair, we did use donations to be able to get on Spotify and shit anyway.
Did it go Spotify for a laptop? We're gonna like save up for like an audio, like so we
Yeah, we
all
want to
have
have
our own microphones.
that's the next thing we're saving up for. Is we're gonna get a mixer and microphones each.
But it's expensive. Anything counts.
So yeah, we're gonna. It's
So
gonna be a while
Anna,
till we're there.
Anna Flores, you've donated before, but this one is great because I've seen you in the comments before. It just says send nudes to @the hamster guide to you. You've said it now.
All right.
Whose nudes?
Yeah, whose? Mine? Obviously mine. Okay, I will. I'll send those news.
I've
to you.
seen-
I'm sorry,
your nudes.
Mr. Hamster Slayer.
My news are good, man.
What was her name?
Hamster Slayer. Yes,
What was
that's
it?
what.
I recognise it from the
Hamster Guide
comments.
to You.
That's yeah. I recognise it from reading through the comments.
Do you know what? There was a kid in my school who bragged that he put a hamster in the microwave.
I think he was listening to a bit too much Eminem.
He was just bragging about it. But listen,
What year was
It's not
this?
something to brag about, is it?
like 2007.
Yeah, no, he was an Eminem fan.
He if you looked at him,
Did he ever vomit up his mum's spaghetti?
He did not look like an Eminem fan. Do you know what he looked like?
Eminem fans don't look like Eminem fans. Some of them look like school shooters. So like,
Yeah, so Eminem fans.
Well, that guy definitely did. Okay, so yeah, our hair is a little bit different. You might notice from.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not your brightness settings. It's just their fucking heads.
From a video that we recorded, and the premise of it is, well, we're not going to tell you because
Just watch it.
watch it when it comes
Bro,
out. In about 3
when
months.
you've just done that, you look like someone out of Dragon Ball Z.
Come here, homie.
Is that like the noises they make?
Come here, homie.
And, you know, like Dragon Ball Z is such a big thing, but I never watched it.
We did watch a little bit.
So it's like, so they got big yellow hair.
From what I've seen, and I know loads about this sort of
They make
genre,
grunt
it's
noises.
like Yu-Gi-Oh, but a bit blonder and less of the cardy stuff.
And they grunt a lot, like.
Instead of cards, they are the cards.
Oh, they shoot energy out of their hands, don't they?
Yeah,
That's
energy
so
crisis.
That's so cool.
Oh man, I know. Like,
the
wouldn't that be
energy
like,
crisis. Can you imagine, right? If that happened now, people would be like,
you're wasting energy. You could be putting that into the.
Can
the
you
national
turn those?
grid.
Can you turn those
into
laser?
the grid.
Can you turn those laser beams into paper straw laser beams, please?
You have to wonder, like, a person that has that sort of power. Like, okay, take Superman. Like, he's spending all day. He's like, I don't know.
What laser beam power?
Yeah, no, like imagine what like Superman does on his normal day. You know, he flies about.
What does Clark Kent do?
No, I don't know, but I'm talking about Superman, not Clark Kent.
Well, Superman doesn't really have normal days,
Yeah,
does
but
he?
he does. Like,
He's Superman.
yeah, that's what his normal day is. His normal day is like, criminals robbing a bank. I'm gonna stop them. But you could be doing something else with your time. You could be in a giant hamster wheel, powering the entirety of humankind.
It's a bit selfish, Superman.
I think that is actually probably more worth it for like society as a whole than stopping bank robberies. Because who gives a fuck about bank robberies, man? If you have put enough effort in to rob a big bank and get away with it, fair play. You deserve it. You don't need some Superman bitch telling you what to do.
I actually kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
You do deserve
I was reading
it.
about this like this
Finders
big
keepers.
diamond heist they did in Belgium. They didn't get away with it eventually, but I was just thinking, man, if I was like the head detective in charge, I'd be like,
Was this
level.
big diamond robbery in Belgium? Did it happen to be from the opening scene of Snatch?
In my opinion,
Where are the stars?
There was a diamond stolen from the Millennium Dome as well.
oh,
I was like, just keep it. That's
bet
some Wallace and Gromit shit.
I bet that cost a diamond a dome.
His mind has been ruined by thinking about multis and.
I'm really sorry.
Honestly, go to his Instagram and watch his thing. He did something about
Wasn't
Rachel
me.
Riley.
Rap's dead.
Oh, wasn't you? It's your alter ego.
No, he's a guy. He's genuinely harassing me.
Oh.
Who?
Don't worry. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Hair's changed. Me and Greg have filmed about 5 videos. We filmed two starts to videos. We filmed 3 full videos, and they just need to be edited.
The hair's changed. The chair's changed. And I genuinely...
And the colour of my peas changed.
I didn't... Oh, yeah, the colour of your peas changed. But don't worry, don't panic. It's still the same old shit content.
And the instruments changed.
Oh, we were supposed to be keeping that for a... It doesn't matter.
I don't care about secrets. That's another thing that I don't give a shit.
Secrets and
Like,
lies.
you know, like people always like,
I am the secret
like
slayer.
for birthday presents. They're like, oh, I want a secret present. It's like, fuck off. Just tell me what you want. You know what I mean? I'm not like scouring around for months trying to find some secret that you'd be like, oh my god. Even though you probably look in the cupboard and find out what it is anyway. Motherfucker, I'll get you what you want.
No, this is what you do, right? And this is why I haven't been in a relationship for ages. So I'm giving you guys advice. Great.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
What?
You told me this when
What?
I was like 16. I swear to God. Just start it. I'm
Alright,
pretty sure you
if you
mentioned
ever want to
this.
go out or watch a movie or anything with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you say to them,
Oh, sorry, I have no money.
no, No. What you do is you say, "Guess what? I'm taking you out," or "Guess what? We're going to watch this movie tonight." And then when they say it, that's what they want. So for example, do you get it?
No, that's smart. Yeah.
So you go, right, oh, I've got a surprise for you tonight. Guess where we're going tonight. And then if they go, Nando's, you're like, yeah.
That's so smart. Fuck.
Not necessarily though, because girls have that. I don't mind.
No,
and
no,
then you go to six
but
different
they
places.
like to guess.
No, but
no, they like the guessing.
They like the guessing. Yeah.
No, but you are gonna run into. I definitely know, like 100%. If I did that to Beth and I went, guess where we're going? She'd go, and I go, guess, and she'd go, I don't know.
Yeah, but what if they make a joke? So it's like, oh, guess what movie we're watching tonight? And it's like, I don't know.
Guess where we're going tonight? To visit your gran at the home? Yeah, that's where we're going.
Guess where we're going tonight? To look at your gran's casket. Yeah. Let's go. To the Undertaker.
So you guys are kind of ruined that, but. You know,
I just found the plot holes.
You don't have to do it, but their first guess is what they want.
Nah, I think it's a good idea. I might try that one day.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of information for you guys. You're growing a little bit of a mustache there. You going all right, man?
Yeah, no, because I grow those sort of mustaches that they're not mustaches, but they're not worth standing in front of a mirror and shaving off. So I just sort of keep this pedo-y looking.
Do you know what's annoying about when I have like an actual mustache, because I trim it quite often? You drink something and it just stays there, so you have to like.
Yeah, when I grew
horrible.
out my moustache.
You have to suck it off your mustache.
Yeah, when I grew out my moustache, it was going down.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
For like curtains.
Yeah, no.
No, mustaches don't grow down like that. They go like this.
No, but that's it. That's what my facial hair does, because my facial hair is dead straight.
Please.
Everyone has curly.
My facial hair is dead straight.
No, my facial hair is like this. Like, if it grows, it's going to grow down. If I grew a moustache, it would go.
No, but then
like
it's
that.
not dead straight. I was thinking of like hedgehog spines.
It's not even like that.
Right, your face would look like a horse's arse with the
It's
tail.
they're like mini
horse
rulers,
ass.
like lots of mini rulers. Just-
Rulers?
Yeah, rulers, like fucking.
When you bang your head this morning, is that grey hair dye seeping into your
I
brain?
think it might be, man. But I'm not joking, man. Like, I just get in my mouth all the time.
I grow loads of hair on my face, but it's not like facial hair. It's like curly wolf boy,
I know what you
Mongolian wolf boy hair. Like, I'll just like, it'll be completely like bald here, maybe a little bit of stubble, and I'll just have one gigantic curly hair. I'm not joking, like that long, just like wrapped on my face. I always get one that grows on my
Keep
chin
it and go
as well.
like this and just like stick it.
There's always one right here. It's so weird. It's always the same place, and it like, while the rest of this is just sort of nothing. There's a gigantic fucking hair curling out my chin. It normally curls around under my chin like that.
Mine's horrible, patchy.
Bethan always pulls it out.
Remember,
Thin
100
and
likes on this,
shit.
and you'll see a video of, well, not a video, just Greg's gonna grow a beard.
I'm not gonna grow a beard. I'm never growing a beard.
Please grow a beard with that hair.
Yeah, I'm thinking you should.
Dude, I don't think you understand. My facial hair does not grow like yours does. It's like...
No, but mine doesn't grow like.
I've seen your facial hair, so I can see it right now. It ain't that bad. I cannot grow it like that thick. It'd be like really thin, and it'd be like this long, and you could still see my spots and stuff because it's so thin and wiry.
Wiry.
Like, dude, are you seen my pubes? Yeah.
I have.
If you did that
that's
just on...
what my facial hair looks like.
That would be fucking crazy.
If you grew it like just there, you know, like you grew the beard out,
I
but
can't-
grew it just
I
there,
actually can't
mate,
grow
and you had
facial
that
hair,
hair
man.
colour, it kind of looks like a fucking bald head. You would look like fucking old. I've completely forgotten.
So what are you
his
gonna
name.
do if you go bald? You're gonna grow.
Gary
a beard?
Glitter.
Oh god.
No, I'll grow a big moustache. Just like
I've always wanted a big curly
like
moustache.
the guys that lift the triangular weights.
No, I'm thinking more about
the old
guys
strong man.
Yeah.
guys
with
out
like
of
the
the
cheetah
fucking village people.
Hey man.
You would look like Build a Bummer
Mate,
number
the
2
way
or
I see
whatever
it-
they're called.
Mate, more than half the population likes a bit of dick, so
That is true. More than population prefers dick to pussy.
it's true. Which is absurd because dicks is a
Two of them are in this
What do
room.
you know? I don't know. What do you prefer, guys? Write in the comments. Remember, spam the comments.
What's
because
your
it helps
preference?
us.
Don't tell us your sexual preference. Just write, pork or
I think
ham
that's how it should
wallet.
be. Like
Ham wallet.
people always like talking about like like being gay, straight, and cis. Well,
This is still the intro.
I don't
Where
know
the
what any of
fuck
that
are we
shit
going
means,
with this?
but I tell you what I care about. Do you like dick or do you like pussy? At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I don't
nothing.
care the answer.
That's fair enough.
Smooth.
There you go. We got dick,
Smooth
pussy,
skins.
both. Nothing. That's the. I think that's.
You're allowed
better.
to not get, as long as it's not like animals.
What's
nothing's
Because
cool.
we live in a society.
What's
well,
both?
Well, we're trying to get rid of like homophobia and stuff.
What's
That's the best
both?
way to get rid of homophobia is that you get rid of it altogether.
Or you
Oh,
just-
I have a
It's either
genuine.
you like dick or you don't.
I have a genuine question to either you, if you know it, or anyone watching, and this is not like a diggy, bantery joke. I'm genuinely curious. What the fuck is the difference between a pansexual and a bisexual?
Oh, man,
Because every single
time.
time you see on like these reality
It's-
shows, they go,
yeah.
"No, I'm not bi, I'm pan."
No,
and if you
it's-
look up the
it's
pansexual
very-
thing, it's like
it's
they do
very-
not care if it's either
I
or.
don't
It's
know
like,
the actual correct answer, and
bisexual.
hopefully some
I
bisexual,
know.
pansexual will tell
What
us.
is it?
But I thought the difference is a bisexual likes dudes and chicks, and a pansexual doesn't care about whether you're a dude or a chick. They just like you as a person.
That's what I think, anyway. Because
There's-
yeah, but isn't that the
Like,
same as
no,
a
but
bisexual?
But they're
Because
like
you don't.
sexually attracted to like the person themselves, so they can be
What, like their magic aura?
They're like cool with like trans as well and stuff, where bisexuals might not be. I don't know how it
intersexuals.
works.
It's like
It's a bit
it's like
weird.
bisexual is like man, woman,
I
and
think-
then pansexual is just like
Yeah.
everything, them
So-
two, and everything in between.
Like,
Them two, cat, rabbit.
It's maybe.
Horse.
Don't judge, man. The way I see it, you don't choose what your dick goes up to.
I mean, you do.
You don't.
You don't choose where you put your dick.
No, you don't choose what makes your dick go up. That's what I said. It's true though.
That is true.
Think about the
You
start.
can't.
Okay,
you
think
can't
about
choose
what,
it.
If we ever
Think
make
about what-
Threeskins
It just
merch,
happens.
Think
That's
about
what
what makes,
say it.
makes
That's
you turned on. You didn't just sit there one day and just go, "Okay, penis. From now on, we're going to go up to this, but not this."
You can't.
You don't choose.
No, this is what
what
I was
you're
thinking
sexually
about, because
attracted to.
movies, when you're younger and you watch movies, and a lot of people watch the same movie,
Oh yeah.
and then they get like a fetish
Mm.
because they watched,
Yeah.
I don't know, Cameron Diaz,
Yeah, no.
and like women in high heels, like from The Mask or something.
like-
I watched
Yeah.
a lot of Only Fools and Horses as a child, so I've got a fetish for blow up dolls and council flats.
No, me too. But I've
and
got.
a Triggers broom.
I've got a fetish for just knockoff merchandise. I go down the market. On
Knock-off
I
sex
go down the
toy.
market on a Sunday morning. I'm just like, oh,
That's the thing, though. I do think that might influence people.
is that a real Rolex
Yeah,
watch?
some
No,
way.
it's not.
because you might not be jacking off until you're like fucking, 12, 13, 14, but
Yeah.
you're still getting, woodies here and there that you don't know
You
about
can't
when you're
help.
like 8, 9, 10. Like
You don't get to choose. You don't
I-
get to
I-
choose.
you
that
wish
one,
you
that
could.
one all right
You wish
looking
you could.
teacher that you have in like primary school, and you're like,
Oh, man.
I don't know what this means. Why is this now like that? I can't wee anymore.
I learned all my sexual terms in French before I learned them in English.
That's a little backlog joke. Right, so should we get into the topic of today?
Yeah.
And when I say topic of today, it's not really a topic as such. Lewis called me earlier, and I said, "Hey, I've got."
We weren't planning on doing the podcast today, by the way, so that's why it's awkward.
Yeah.
I've written a list of like the laws, and we were like, let's wait for a little bit longer to do that because we've done it so close. So today we're going to do something a little bit different.
What's that, Matthew? Please tell us.
What are we doing?
Actual current events.
Nah.
Oh my god! When we first made this podcast, one of the first things when we came up with this is a little a little behind the scenes thing. When we first came up with it was Fat News on it. Was it just called Fat News? When we first came up with Fat
I think
News,
it was just called news, and then you guys added the foul.
it's called Fat News.
Yeah.
And so we were actually, the whole point of that is that we were like, yeah, because then that's how we can get something clickbaity out there, because that's the news story. We can do current affairs. And it just turned into like whatever Matt could find on the fucking Onion.
Yeah.
So we
it
never.
wasn't the Onion.
It's
A lot of that stuff was the Daily Star.
it's the
Oh,
sub-
it's
no,
not the
It
same
was the
thing.
subreddit, not the Onion. It's stuff that sounds like it's in the Onion, but it's actually not.
I've used that too. I use that quite a bit.
Man gets his arsehole stuck on a metal
No,
fence.
but like, I was thinking, like, so like,
Bleeds out his
current
anus.
shit. You know what I mean?
It's kind of hard to talk about because when you joke about something in the past, it's everyone's processed it.
Also, all the shit in the news at the moment is political as fuck.
However, if I know the Threeskins, and I think I do, I'm going to take it that maybe these current affairs aren't the big flashy ones. They're more odd that you found because you found the weird shit.
Yeah. Did you guys find anything?
So we're not going to be
talking. Did you find anything?
Yeah, man.
Did you look for anything?
No. I'm quite.
Did you look for anything?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine with
one,
it. It's cool.
Orange Man, Russia. Apparently.
Orange Man and Russia.
Apparently not, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. I don't really give a shit. Brexit.
That
is all politics. Apparently not, but maybe.
You currently look like you should be sat in Russia somewhere on a
You look like fucking Boris Johnson
at
the moment.
Next one is Gremlin Woman. She's
a proper battle axe, isn't she?
Mate, whenever I see her with her husband, I'm just like, oh,
battle axe.
Sorry for that guy. Yeah, so she
he wanks. So the reason they're together is because when he grew up, he grew up as a farmer, and he's got a fetish for wheat.
That's it. Well, she don't like Europe, but she does, and she Brexit. Who gives a fuck? I've had enough.
Can I just say quickly? Fuck that cunt who, newsflash, much like my girlfriend, is a type 1 diabetic. She has a special patch on her. You can always see it. Theresa May's got this little white patch here. That is like a really hard thing to get hold of that Bethan wants, and she hasn't been able to get hold of for years. And she gets it all for free, obviously. And now cutting ties with Europe.
How do you know that she didn't pay for it?
Because she didn't.
She's gremlin.
And if she did, with MP money? I'm saying it's hard for normal people.
Actually,
do you know the reason they're hard to get hold of is because now they introduce them to young kids. So if you're a bit older, you're not as well. And she is what, 96?
Rub one off a young kid, and then the kid goes,
all I'm saying is because I don't.
And then they get another one.
I don't want to talk about politics in Theresa May for ages because that's boring as fuck. But with her cutting ties with Europe, that means that we're currently in a crisis of we don't know if there's going to be a shortage of insulin or not. So thank you for that.
Oh no, they won't allow a lot of people to die. That would be
they won't. I'm just proving a point. They won't allow Brexit. Brexit won't happen.
That would be fun though.
Didn't something happen today?
No, because lots of people dying. There's nothing that starts a revolution.
Didn't Theresa May drop out today?
She's supposed to.
She said she's gonna.
Oh, my mate wrote out
she's gonna drop out
chat that he did.
If everyone backs
I heard that this morning on the radio, but I thought my mate had messaged me and said that she'd gone.
Is everyone going to back her deal? Nah, probably not. So she probably ain't going to resign.
Dude, I don't like that fucking battle axe.
She is a battle axe, man.
I'm not joking.
I was watching her on the news, man, and there's something wrong with her nose. And we got a man with a weird nose here.
With her nose, mate.
It's like pointy, but then it's got these bubbles.
No, but it's not her. It's not just her nose because, she's got a big old fucking honking hooter, and for me to say that, you got a big nose. But it's it's the paper thin, really tall sideshow bob body along with the nose.
No, it's like
she looks like if you put.
It's like, have you seen that picture of her walking? It's just like
she looks like if you put fucking Vince Noir in an age machine, and his hair is grey and he's got this beak, but he's super skinny like John Cooper Clarke.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's what she looks like. She looks
you
like
guys
John
are bashing
Cooper Clarke.
on her and how she looks and everything, but the only thing
I still would though.
The only thing I can think of is I would love to see that run naked through a wheat field.
Shame. Ding 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 ding. Shame.
I want to go to the wheat field she ran in.
What, and sniff it?
No, just run through it naked. With a picture of her.
With a big sign that says, "Can I be Prime Minister too now?"
Greg was going to run naked through a field for a video, and I can't even remember what it was for.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh no, we were going to dress you up as Theresa May.
I ran naked through a street of, through a cellar of complete strangers.
Oh yeah.
Not even for money.
Yeah, that was
for
your
free.
little acting, wasn't it?
That was a music video. If you'd like to see me running around with my dick in a sock, 2 socks actually, I should have to say. It was 2 socks.
Or did you have to put a sock inside the sock?
No, I put a sock over, but to stop it from falling off, I tied a sock around the top of that sock.
That's some fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers shit right there.
What happened in the news is
Well,
That was all news.
This is like
The thing is, right, is
this is as close as we're ever gonna get.
What-
Our
politics and
news was
news.
basically just we said Theresa
we got?
May's a fucking gremlin battle
Obviously,
axe.
there was New Zealand, but I didn't know how you were gonna make it.
I'm not going into
No.
that.
Nah,
that
we
was
will just
horrible.
we'll leave that one over there.
It's horrible.
Fucking horrible, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Global warming. That's a current event all the time because it's happening.
Dude, man, I saw this big fucking thread today on my. Do you know what? We've got a little bit of shtick for bashing the Americans,
Yeah.
but there's a reason that you fucking get it. I went on this news article and it was like they're considering
Not all Americans, by the way.
No, not all Americans. No, not at all. But a vast. I suppose
The
it's biased.
vocal lot of Americans.
Yeah. Yeah, like
vocal
it was
people.
like they're thinking about maybe soon in the future making climate change like a what's the word for at school when you have to learn it, compulsory. They're thinking about learning about climate change
Should
that.
be compulsory,
And like there were
30
all
years
these
ago,
like
but-
I think
English.
it was compulsory for us when we were.
Well, no, I learned about it in like geography,
Yeah.
but not like properly. It was just like, yeah, the sun does something like this, and when we throw rubbish away, anyway,
Yeah,
moving on to
you
cliff
don't
erosion.
have
It wasn't like a proper
something you learn
fucking.
in depth.
No, but yeah, and like all the. Don't get me wrong, there were a lot of English people, like just ignorant old English people. Again, they're always old, being like, it's not a scientifically proven thing, so it's just like whatever. But the real vocal people, all Yanks on this article, all of them.
I studied environmental science at university. It is a real thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's fair enough. You know,
Dude.
you can
If you don't believe in
You could-
fucking climate change,
you can not believe in
in.
climate change, but do me a favor if you don't believe in it, just in case it does exist.
Go stick your
Yeah,
head.
that's what I don't get about
Just
it.
in case
Yeah.
it does,
Even if
it's
you
not that much of an.
Even if you don't
like-
believe in climate
Yeah.
change, at least you can believe the fact that air pollution kills millions of people
No,
each year.
if you don't believe,
that's
no,
kinda-
I'm gonna make this. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make this
but
really
even
fucking
that,
simple.
you know
If
what
you
I
don't
mean?
believe in climate change, call your wife. Call your husband Cletus from outside of the
Oh, here we
the
go.
trailer
There
park.
we go. Racist.
Get her.
Racist.
We have
White
Being,
trash,
being
racist.
American isn't a race. Neither's white,
White
trash.
trash.
Yeah, get your husband Cletus to jump in the pickup truck.
Classist.
Well, actually,
Turn the fucking key on. Stick your mouth over the fucking exhaust. And see if you don't fucking die or get incredibly ill.
I don't
Then
know,
come
man.
and tell me that
That
climate
does-
change doesn't
Nah, man,
exist.
Mother
What if you-
Nature. No, dude, God sucks it up and turns it into stars.
Out of his butt.
Stars are just big cum drops,
So-
aren't
I
they?
mean, in all fairness, like, how can climate change happen if the Earth's flat?
Because it can still get
Well, that's gonna
fried
go-
to fuck,
Right.
can't it?
So did you have any?
Yeah,
Because I've got
yeah.
one that I need to point out now, and it's called Article 13, and it got passed in the EU.
What, you made... He's got current affairs?
He's got some.
I didn't know I had to get any.
I
Well,
said-
I'll have to do some research.
Yeah, I didn't really want to. But
well,
I
when it
didn't
goes
really-
off in a minute, it will go off soon. So there's
That's
this,
cool, I'm listening.
There's
Right.
this thing.
I might as well reset it.
There's this
I
thing
would
called.
say-
It's going to be quick.
Okay.
There's this thing called Article 13 that's just been passed in the EU, which we're still a part of technically when it comes to law-wise.
And
we
I
will
think
be
when-
until
I
we do
think
leave.
we- I think we-
No, apparently, I was reading the Conservatives want to pass it regardless if we leave. So
Okay, well,
even if we
that's-
leave, they're still going to have the law
So
in English law.
this is the BBC
they can't.
headline. It says Article 13 memes exempt as EU backs controversial copyright law, which basically means like anyone can copyright claim anything, and everything that's supposed to go up is supposed to go through some sort of filter to find that, make sure that it's not a copyright claim claimable before
What,
it
for
goes up.
memes?
For everything.
They have said.
How can they say that?
They
I
have
don't know.
said that parody will be exempt, but you know what it's like. It's gonna be like, oh well, you didn't change it enough for it to be parody and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't trust it. At the end of the day, laws like this are built to protect big business and shit like that. You can go suck a dick, big business.
It says the new rules, including the controversial Article 13, will hold tech firms responsible for material posted without copyright permission. Sharing memes and GIFs will still be allowed under the new laws.
That's man, it's bad. Yeah, so this was passed by two.
Fucking.
Two.
They had this colour hair,
Yeah.
and they used the internet literally to talk to their dying
Yeah.
mum.
So this was passed by
That-
the
is
U-
that harsh?
This was passed
that
by
harsh?
the EPP and the SND, which are two factions in European Parliament that represent both the Conservatives and Labour. So Conservatives and Labour have both voted for this in European Parliament. So don't trust either of those motherfuckers.
Don't trust no one.
Don't trust the big parties. They can't. So we're going to move on to the topic because we were talking about Article 13 and Karen Kyle. Article 13 is shit. If you're a member of Europe or the EU, go take a shit on your Parliament person's desk or something.
No, you can't, Greg. That's one thing you can't do on YouTube anymore.
What, like
You can't tell people to
go
do stuff.
What? Wait, if someone actually did, I'd be pretty proud of them. But
No, you can't say that as well. That's even worse.
it's fine. We're not on YouTube. We're also on Spotify. Okay, so on to some current affairs that interest me.
Ooh.
I'm not a big fan of
Oh,
politics,
God.
as you might have understood. Paleontologists have actually recently found the biggest Tyrannosaurus Rex ever found. It's
Next.
incredible, actually.
Greg, can you turn your
I
your
agree,
mic
but
off?
I agree, but the way he said that was like, like when an old person.
Well, actually,
it's incredible, actually.
it is actually at the University of Alberta in Canada. They have unearthed a 13-meter long T-Rex skeleton, which is incredible, and it's
30
actually
meters.
13.
13.
30 is quite big.
I
13
was going to say,
Three
what?
zeros.
It's head to
Fucking
toe,
blue
so-
whale, isn't it?
I was going to say,
probably.
fuck me.
This is, as the Scott Persons, one of the postdoctoral researchers, said, this is the Rex of Rexes. Oh man, I wish I came up with that. That's incredible.
Yeah, you're getting a bit of an erection.
It would have had a
erection
living
out
weight
this,
of
aren't you, Greg?
8,800 kilograms.
Yeah, but he
That's
still wasn't
incredible.
as big as T-Rex, was he?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, well, the band.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the band spans mines across the entire globe, which is pretty big. It's probably bigger than a 13-meter person. So. Yeah, no, I think
My
it's
point
interesting.
exactly.
I think it's interesting. I've got
That
more.
is interesting, Greg.
I've got more, but we'll move on to someone
I normally
else's current affairs.
I normally don't care about your dinosaur egg dirt bumming, but that was actually genuinely quite interesting.
So we went into this like
They're
we,
the most
we,
ancient
we
graves
said this.
known to man.
We said this in the last podcast. We went into this little thing in the side of a hill, like a cliff, like a chalk cliff. And we were in there, and I was like, "Oh, mate, there's like drug paraphernalia in here." And Greg's like, "Oh, look, fossils."
Chalk is
And he was fucking like looking at the fossils. He's like, "Look at this little
You
snail."
don't understand. Chalk.
Look at this snail.
Chalk preserves such incredible fossils.
Isn't every fossil a fucking snail?
Most
They're
of them?
all- yeah.
Most fossils you find are just.
That's
shells.
not
So,
interesting.
What
Yeah.
the worst thing, right, is
No,
me,
it
me.
is.
So me and Greg, me and Greg. I was thinking of doing a video that would be funny. I'll tell two bits of this. So when we were in, where was that bad place we went to in Cornwall? Land's End. We were in Land's End.
Yeah.
So we went to Land's End. You know they have those. You put your money in, you turn it, and a little toy comes out, or some sweets.
Yeah,
or
that
something.
gob shit.
They
yeah.
had one that had shark teeth, and we were there for about 20 minutes googling like what would happen if you swallowed a shark tooth whole.
Yeah.
Because I was just gonna go.
You know what
"Oh."
made me laugh? I just thought when
It's
I went
it's
to
interesting, isn't
when
it?
I went to Cheddar Gorge, they had all that like in their little gift shop. You
Yeah,
know, they've
yeah,
got like the
love
stuff
that
that's actually
shit.
related, and then it moves on to like some tat, and then it like right down the end is some real shit, and it was all that fossil stuff. Some of it, I admit, was actually genuinely quite interesting. You're like, oh my god, that's from a shark. That's from this. That's from
He
that.
doesn't really care.
No, I don't care.
He's just pandering to you. Like,
No, I don't care.
Greg,
but it's
like
I do
me.
appreciate you pandering to me, but
no, I'm
Carry
genuinely
on.
not.
Yeah, go on.
I do think it's fairly interesting. I'm just not as fucking interested as you are.
The Rex of
No, but
Rexes.
they had loads of stuff. You're like, oh my god, this is from a shark. Oh, look at that. You can see like that. There's like concrete blocks with like whole gigantic, like
They-
prehistoric looking fish on them. Like that's fucking sweet.
yeah.
But then
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Something
uh-oh.
happened.
they had little bags like
Yeah.
of like it was like this
Yeah.
is granulated dinosaur bone, and you're like. All right, and then the very last one I remember seeing was a bag, and it had what looked like just someone's pubes cut off in it, and it said mammoth hair. And I was like,
That can't be real, can
I-
it?
It was like perfect looking, like
Mammoth
wig hair, and I'm just looking at it like.
very suspect as to
How
whether
many
it's
fossilized mammoths have they found where they're like,
No,
where they're like, we need to preserve this in the
Hair-
museums of time? No.
It would be
Let's
nice.
cut it off and
Hair-
put it
It would
in
be
legit.
nice.
baggies.
Hair wouldn't preserve in rock.
Mm.
It would. Yeah, you can find obviously frozen mammoths out in Siberia still. They found an intact juvenile mammoth about 2 months.
Greg,
ago.
I'm going to ask you this, as I assume you know. How long are you in the ground before your hair disappears?
Honestly, I don't know fully. The hair is one of the last things to go because it's dead in a way. It's already dead. So hair will last a while, but bacteria eat it all up.
This goes
Yeah,
on
you
to what
definitely-
I was thinking. You know, I also mentioned to you, hey Greg, wouldn't it be funny if we like blended up a dinosaur bone into dust and then made a smoothie out of it? But
I
said,
thought you were going to say spliff.
but you said that it's not actually dinosaur bone, is it?
No, it's okay. So what happens in the fossilization?
Oh, hang on.
process?
Gerg Sagan.
Yeah.
Science! Biology.
You brought up the fucking dinosaurs, you
Physics!
No, but it's interesting
You
because
fucking
the
Stegosaurus bummer.
So fossilization process depends on what sediment the animals deposited in. So
Can you keep this under a couple minutes?
okay, so
And hide your erection, please.
So imagine like a fish dies in the
It's a family
sea and
channel.
it gets deposited and then it gets laid over by shells and stuff and it becomes chalk essentially. What's going to happen is as that gets
Wait, can I just interject? So chalk is just like bone.
shells. Yeah.
That's it.
Calcium carbonate. A lot of it is.
So when you're writing with, can vegans use chalk? Because
No, it's an animal product.
it's animal product.
There's no part of chalk that isn't from an animal. It's all shells.
Dude, vegans can't use
Because
chalk.
so what happened is
Or petrol.
because it's made. Yeah. it's made from well, they can use petrol because that isn't like animals. That's plants. But so calcium carbonate obviously comes from shells, like from like brachiopods and shit like that. And snails and all that bullshit. No one really gives a shit about. So, but the thing is that it's not always like a big shell. What happens is these shells on the bed of like the sea get moved about by the currents and they grind up like how sand, like how rocks turn into sand essentially.
That must take years.
It can take thousands of years. But the amazing thing is if you go to some of those white sandy beaches in the Caribbean, that sand is all grinded up shells and coral. That is not sand. That is actually calcium carbonate.
Oh, what, like the really, really white beaches?
If you see a really white beach that looks pristine and perfect, it's just a bunch of animal shells. And if you're walking on it and you're vegan, I think that's not kosher, personally.
So you could pick some of those up.
Vegans, you can't use chalk and you can't go to the beach.
Could you,
Greg, next.
Could you pick some of that
Where else
up?
can't the vegans go?
Pick some of that and swallow it, and it would be like a calcium tablet, and you'd be like, all right.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think you'd be okay.
The Milky Bar Kid would be out of job.
You
but-
can humans can eat a lot of
You know
weird
when
shit
someone
at
breaks
this
their
point.
leg and they go, "Motherfucker needs some milk," and
So
actually, what you
He
need is
needs some milk.
you need some Caribbean beach sand. That's
Mate,
but-
wait until the voodoo people that own them like little weird magic shops in like villages. Wait until they start getting hold of magical Caribbean shell dust to give you magic bone powers.
The basic idea is that when an animal gets buried in sediment, the bones themselves will rot away as well. But what happens is the spaces that they create in the rock get filled up with other rock, which go through like groundwater and stuff like that. Because like when you got your dishwasher and you get limescale, that's water. That water has the actual chemicals in it, and it gets deposited. So groundwater will go through these things, and they'll deposit basically limescale and calcium carbonate. But it can be lots of different things. Some like different fossils, depending on the sediment, will be made of different.
So, dinosaur bones aren't actually dinosaur bones.
And vegans, what was it again? Fuck. You can't. What was the first one?
Chalk.
You can't use chalk.
No,
You can't go to the beach.
White sandy beaches. You can go on a normal beach.
You can't go on white sandy beaches. So cancel your holiday to the Caribbean. And what was the last one? And you can't use a dishwasher or a kettle.
No.
What if you're
We're
vegan?
really
You
sorry.
can't use a kettle.
Yeah, kettle
Oh,
builds up
actually,
lime
one
scale,
thing
doesn't it?
that-
You know, kettle builds up chalk.
One thing
don't
that a
it? Let's
lot
get
of
chalk in the
vegans
kettle.
don't know is that a surprising amount of invertebrates are minuscule and very tiny. And when you boil kettle, you're probably killing somewhere on the order of 1 million different animals because they're so tiny and you can't see them.
Bro, I must have killed like billions.
I say humans themselves.
What do
kill
vegans
millions
think
a
about
day
things
of
like
animals.
bacteria and stuff?
So yeah, like obviously everyone thinks everything small is just bacteria, single cell stuff. But think about like the famous water bears. You know the tardigrades that can survive in space.
Yeah.
You can't see them with the naked eye, and there's probably in this room alone. There's probably like thousands, maybe.
What? So if I go like this, I just add like.
Well, no, tardigrades can survive it, but a lot of animals can't. A lot of like.
Well, so we're breathing it in.
Dude, there are probably snails on here that are minuscules and shit like that, man. You do not understand. There are so many animals that are impossible to see to the naked eye that we kill every day. It's impossible to be a true
So if you
vegan.
do like...
It's completely impossible.
It's impossible to be a true vegan. Okay, so let's get on to something...
I'm just saying. You can try your best and there's no harm in trying.
There
This
is
is
no
your
harm.
first.
No
If this is your
harm in
first
trying.
time
No harm in
listening to the
trying.
Three
No harm in
Skins,
trying.
we're joking. We're comedians and we're joking.
I am not joking.
We're comedians.
Nothing I just said was a joke.
I actually like veganism.
Oh, yeah.
I like
do
veganism
too.
It's a
too.
brilliant thing.
I think it's ethical. It's
I
moral.
don't necessarily think it's actually genuinely the healthiest thing for
No,
you,
it's not
but
that
it's
healthy.
definitely a good thing.
It's not the healthiest thing to be
So-
a vegan, but it might be the most moral.
So
thing.
a
It
couple of
depends
weeks
on your
ago,
moral
I
compass.
mentioned about I'd love to get a load of flat earthers and chuck them on a boat and take them to Antarctica. Well,
See the wall.
our favourite YouTuber, Logan Paul, is doing just that.
Fucking
is-
stole my fucking idea.
He must watch this podcast.
Prick.
He's
He
going
must watch this podcast.
to Antarctica to prove the world
He's in this podcast. He's going to Antarctica to prove the world.
that the world is flat.
Oh no, he's gonna get shot dead.
But I mean, he won't, will
'Cause
he?
there's guards that were around the ice wall. Remember that.
Knowing
Oh.
Logan Paul, it will be like some like really ingenuous like he gets there and he's like, oh my god, there really is a wall, and then it turns into like a Coin Master fucking advert, and then it ends.
He also
Like-
he also
That sounds about right.
he also mentioned it as though coming out as a flat earther is like climbing out the closet.
Well, it's worse. Like,
Did he say that?
No, but no. He said, "I'm not ashamed to say my name is Logan Paul, and I think I'm coming out of the flat Earth closet."
Well, so he was
Like,
in the flat
well,
Earth
the way-
closet. So before he did believe in
I
flat
mean,
Earth. then.
as a society, we are becoming very tolerant of homosexuals because, of course, we should be. At the end of the day, you stick your dick in what you want, as long as it's not a child or an animal. and but the thing is that
Those are the rules, though. Those are the rules.
we still have. We're still a society. We have limits. There's still limits. Okay.
that is a rule.
But the way I see it is that we've become very like we're cool with like gays. They were with the
Yeah.
TV and stuff.
Apart
I
from
love it. I love
apart
gays.
from some people, you Americans. Apart from some people, and
Well, you know,
and a lot of people to the east.
pretty much
but,
every year.
I think the
everywhere
Americans
east
think
of
that.
Greece,
I think
but,
I think the Americans think that all English people are gay anyway. So they were just like, so.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is that
We're the least gay people ever. We don't
But
care about
look-
our appearance. We got
flat
yellow
earthers,
teeth.
man. As soon as you find out someone's a flat earther, what do you think?
You're a dumb cunt.
Moron, idiot, cunt, piece of
I do
Your-
not respect your
His
opinion.
brain
You're
is flat.
Yeah, like you must have prions
one of them
in your brain
like
or
a
some shit.
pillowcase.
You know what I mean?
Pillowcase. I'm
Yeah.
glad you remembered that one.
And
I remember all your news.
I don't
now.
like insulting people for believing in stuff.
Yes,
but
you do.
I do. And if you believe in flat Earth, you're just an idiot. It's
You
just,
are a mong. And if you believe in flat Earth and you don't believe in climate change as well, you're an extra double super mong.
And then if
like-
you also believe in like the Abrahamic religions, you're. I'm only joking. I'm not joking. No, but my point is that I don't really have a point. I'm just trying to be an asshole right now.
I'll tell you one thing. I
just
don't
think-
I don't believe in any of it, but I'm definitely going to watch that because He always handles horrible situations very sort of
I know they're gonna get
thoughtfully.
they're gonna get to Antarctica and they're gonna find the forest in Antarctica. It's gonna say suicide.
He's gonna find one single tree frozen with a Neanderthal hanging off of it in a frozen ice block.
Is he bringing a bunch?
Oh
of
my god!
Is he bringing a bunch of flat earthers with him?
I don't know. But he surrounds himself with yes men, so I'd probably assume so.
Flat earthers have actually booked an expedition to Antarctica.
Let's hope they don't come back when they get to the wall. Hopefully,
okay,
they
so
build a settlement
we got another one, boys. Another one, boys. This is great. This is great news for me. I don't really.
I'll do mine afterwards.
I don't really drink very much anymore, especially not like when in the Where's My Challenge days. I drunk quite heavily. I will not lie.
Yeah, we both used to drink.
Not to alcoholic levels, but I used to get quite smashed. But this would have been amazing, and it probably will change the future of drinking challenges on YouTube.
Okay.
Synthetic alcohol that doesn't cause hangovers or liver damage may be available in 5 years.
What do you mean synthetic? I know what synthetic, but like, how do you make beer synthetically?
Yeah. So is that made of ethanol or is it made of some sort of polymer that's similar?
Again, they are asking me questions that I don't.
Well, then read the fucking article, you idiot.
It's probably on the Lad Bible. It
Fucking
probably doesn't
Neanderthal.
fucking say anything.
It's called Alcorel. Was created by Professor David Nutt. Haha, busting nuts.
That's actually a pretty good name.
Right, you know what?
Alcorel.
I think this might
Davy Boy Nut.
this might be true. Good old Davy Nutt. This story may well be true, and I'm not going to pretend I know everything because I don't. But
I can't find it.
Newsflash to all of you that aren't aware: a lot of the news articles that you share on Facebook and that you go mad over and this and that, a lot of the time they're just made up news articles to entice likes and sharing because people are like, oh my god,
who gets any news from social media?
The amount of fucking times on my Facebook I'll be scrolling through it and there'll be like some fucking horrendous headline that someone shared like, oh my god, I can't believe it, and it's from like the Daily Mail or the Sun, and you're just like,
what I love is like
why have you read that?
When people share. Like...
So I don't know if this is one of those things because this seems like something. This seems like
it's on the Independent.
Okay, that's a fairly.
The Independent is a piece of shit and not even a news organisation. Pile of shite.
But it's better
than fucking Daily Star,
Yeah.
Mirror,
Okay,
and News of the World.
It's on the same level in my opinion, but yeah, it's a piece of shit. Don't trust it. Don't trust like pretty much any news source. The best way to get your news is you read around. In fact, the best way to get your news is to not believe any news and just live in your own bubble. That's what I do, and I live a great life. I don't have no.
Your life is great, Greg.
I live a great life. The Africans don't, but I don't know about it. I don't watch the news.
What's an African? I never heard of it.
Yeah, you can imagine that. That's quite a.
What's an African?
Okay, so it's kind of annoying that we know about dying Africans.
It is annoying, isn't it?
Are you going? Fucking hell!
Because...
Are you going on the ignorance is bliss route?
No. I'm just saying it's like
but
it's like sad. It's like I can't do anything, but I still know about it. So why can't I just not know about it and still do nothing? That's easier.
That's a harsh thing, but it's not wrong.
It's kind of true, isn't it?
It is, and it's kind of the other way around as well, where it's like, hey, African man living in a little hut, look at what life could be.
Oh mate, yeah, it's like life.
Lenny Henry's come round to visit.
Like,
aren't you lucky?
You don't know it's Christmas. It's like they probably don't know it's Christmas, and don't tell them because you're gonna make these kids so upset.
Why doesn't Santa arrive to us? Yeah, exactly.
I know, exactly.
It's so
It's
stupid.
like, have we been naughty? It's like,
yeah.
You can we not tell them?
You know, these kids probably they probably go around doing naughty stuff because they hear that you get coal if you're naughty, and they're like, coal can feed my family for it's harsh, but it's true.
No,
No, it's not.
That's funny, but like the principle is kind of.
The principle is bad. The principle is there's all these kids in Western countries getting anything they want, and you just get dirty water,
harsh, isn't it?
Cholera, AIDS. I don't know. All the stereotypical stuff.
It's kind of.
No doubt, Africa's going up. It's been getting really good the last 10
Well, I've
10,
heard
20
it's
years.
quite big, and a lot of it's vastly different. As well.
The last 10, 20 years, like especially in places like Nigeria and stuff, it's going up in the world. It's like if you went to a Nigerian suburb, it wouldn't be that much different from most Western suburbs.
Well, that's quite true because
you'd be surprised.
I don't really
how far
like
up they
Trevor
are.
Noah, but he does a very good bit on. I think it was a bit on the Daily Show before he became the guy who hosted it, and he
I don't
did.
like Trevor Noah.
No, I don't like him either, but he did a very good bit on Africa and like.
Even before it, I never
I
found
don't
his
think he's
stuff
funny.
funny.
No,
No, but
it's
have you
not.
seen that bit where he's talking about like, he's getting pictures of America and Africa.
Oh, and then getting people to guess which one's which. Mate, you would be
Seriously?
so surprised, man. Like, there's parts of Africa that are so up and coming.
Yeah, but we don't know about them.
We don't know because no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we don't find out. Like, because at the end of the day, the things
I
you
give a
read-
shit.
No, but the
I
thing-
want to know
things
Africa's
you
doing
read-
well.
The news are only ever going to put out stuff that gets clicks. Because if it don't get clicks, then no one's going to press it. So that's how you know what people actually give a
You
shit
heard
about.
from the Greg Meister General.
You know what
For
people give a
once,
shit
I
about.
agree with
'cause
what he just
the
said.
fucking news will post stuff that they know people give a shit about. But no one gives a shit that Africa's getting better. They're just like, whatever. But, oh, mate. I don't know, what's bad happened? I don't know, like earthquake or some shit. Has that happened recently? I don't know.
No, in fact, I think it was Africa. I'm going to get slayed if it's wrong, but there was a village in Africa and 100 people got like shot to death.
Oh yeah, Mali. Mali's have
Was it Mali? Yeah.
Mali, yeah.
And,
Mali's
like-
had huge issues with Islamic terrorists recently.
Yeah, that's not
It's pretty
great.
bad.
Really?
Oh yeah, well Mali, they had like a hotel recently. That
This is
got
in
raided.
Africa?
Yeah, Mali's
From Islamic?
Mali and Mali.
Mali is just above Nigeria, but it's below like Morocco and Libya and all that. So it's basic like half of it's on the Sahara, and then the other half's like kind of in a little bit more habitable part.
It's fucking.
I know my geography. The thing about Mali is that Mali is complicated because it has a high Christian population, but also a high Muslim population, and they don't get on.
And that causes a clash.
Yeah, there's a
Well,
big
when
clash
we-
of culture in Mali.
Much like it does in America
Yeah, and the French
When we were
regularly go to Mali to kill terrorists because
And
they
England.
have like a big. No, they have a huge like relationship with Mali because they used to like own it or some shit. So they go there with their jet fighters, kill a bunch of terrorists, and then they go out again. Mate, there was a huge thing about it. Like,
I
a
always
few years
always
ago.
thought like
And you don't see that on the fucking news.
No, no one really cares about.
it's
Mali,
kind
so-
like when
It's just like Megan is having another baby.
when it's
Another
us
one.
versus
Is Megan having a baby?
when
Yeah,
it's
probably.
when it's
I don't
us versus ISIS, it's kind of a little one-sided because you see
Yeah,
you're
I
getting
mean-
like AK-47s that you got from Russia in the 70s, and you're shooting up at fucking drones that are like
I mean,
they're like
yeah, but in all fairness,
destroying everything.
most of the fighting,
and they're like-
most of the fighting was done by Kurdish militia, and let's all put it out there. The Kurds, they're great people. Well, no, they're probably not. I don't know, but I don't really give a shit.
I do love cheese
The,
curds.
the way I see it is the Kurds deserve a little bit of support.
Did
I
you-
don't. I
do you
don't
have-
like lemon curd.
Do you have? I
The
love
stuff's-
lemon pie
I
though.
like Kurds.
Fucking
I
Do
like-
you?
I like
It
Kurds.
is pretty rank, isn't it?
Fucking
You
disgusting.
used to
You know
get
what you
like jam tarts, and it was like, was it jam tarts or lemon curd
Disgusting.
tarts? And anyone would offer you a yellow one, and you'd fucking slap out of their hand and get the red one. Right? Have you got another story?
Yeah, I got another
Fucking curds.
Hey,
fucking-
the Kurds did a
Lemon
lot.
curds,
The
mate.
Kurds are like.
We're talking about lemon curd.
I'm just saying the Kurds.
The curds have done a lot.
They have been abused by Turkey, Syria, and Iraq for years, and they fought ISIS. They deserve a little bit of respect now. Is all I'm
I
saying.
didn't know turkeys ate lemon curd.
I can't believe the
Gobble,
racism.
gobble, gobble.
Okay, so this is my favorite story of the week.
Can I
They-
do mine quickly before you do
Oh
yours?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
forgot.
'Cause I haven't done
I
any.
forgot the goose got what? got
Okay.
a couple.
Uh,
Current events.
okay, so I'm sure we've all heard about this, but maybe in not as much detail as we possibly should have. It's kind of, I think it's gone a lot of over blokes' heads because I think some of them just can't believe it's true.
Bloke.
The The UK government has a plan to stop children and teenagers seeing porn on the internet. But this is a Wired article, and it's telling you all the problems with it. And
that like the number one can't see porn.
I've already downloaded all my favourite videos.
Well,
I'm ready.
Because I've literally only...
I'm ready.
I'm not even joking.
Ready.
I've got like
ready.
100 gigs.
See, the thing
Boom,
is, right,
I'm
I only
sorted.
just looked up this, like, before we had a quick break when the camera cut, when I went to make a coffee. I was like, this is actually, like, really fucked, because
It's soon as well.
it's going to put a lot of people out of jobs. A lot of people in the porn industry out of jobs, because, like, I don't give two flying fucks if you make porn illegal or inaccessible to me on some... I will go to the depths of the fucking internet to find support. I'm not paying... I'm never going to pay for porn, ever, right? So with this fucking ban, like, nobody... There's so many blokes that are like, fucking... But even they're going to go, put my name and all that on the internet to this depraved shit. No way. And they're just going to not bother.
The way I see porn stars and porn... is the way I see YouTubers, you know? You want my money?
Same thing.
You get it through my adverts.
Can you imagine
I ain't giving you any cash. I'll watch your adverts and then I'll fucking get my dick
Can you
out.
imagine some, like, depraved, creepy, fucked up, like, 17-year-old who's like, oh, well, because I can't get my porn now, I'm going to have to go out and fucking wank my dick off in the road or fucking rape someone. Is that not an important fucking...
That probably... I'm not saying it would happen, but
I mean,
that
it
is...
could
No, but
It
they
could.
keep talking about, like, oh, Japan's sex robots.
Actually,
It'll
no,
cure
no,
people
you've
like
got-
that because they can go out and take it on these people.
Point,
yeah.
I read a study recently.
If some mental teenager
this
can't
is
get hold of porn,
this
he's
is
going
really
to go out
interesting.
and flash his
They
knob at some
found
woman.
a link between porn use and rape rates. And porn use... As the porn use increases, the rate of rapes goes down.
Yeah.
So
whenever you watch these serial rapist killer programs, they're always like these really little
porn
shy
saves,
people that don't
but it
do
also
anything.
doesn't
like,
rape.
Oh, that's a nice little
He
with Dave
saves.
Chappelle.
He saves, but he rapes. But
But
he
it's true.
saves more
It's-
than he rapes.
I think at the end of the day, there should be no restrictions to things like that.
Okay.
Because
No, it's ridiculous.
One thing I don't agree with is the whole demonization of sex you get from Western
It's
culture.
ridiculous.
Because it's all left over Christianity, which we all know is bullshit by now. And if you don't, then go read.
This seems
go
like
read
this-
a science book, and it will tell you that all
Oh,
the.
God.
You're
shit
right,
is all-
this
We're
seems
never
like-
drinking on a
This
podcast
seems
again.
I'm
like
just saying,
the sort
I'm-
of law that would get passed in like some
I'm just saying.
weird
But you-
Eastern country where like
Yeah.
98%
Exactly.
of them are religious and they're like, we are no more porn, and everyone's like, okay, yes, I wait till I'm
I mean, at least they
married.
haven't banned it, but
Like how
you have
they're
to go
doing
get,
this
like,
in
a
this country
license.
is
You have to go get a
fucking
license.
mental. There should have been like a vote for this.
There's going to be a couple of hundred old people who sign up for a license, and everyone who has any sort of brain capacity about the internet will just get a VPN.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, but this is how it's going to work because I remember
That's
when
it. They're literally targeting people who don't know how to use the internet.
Okay, when you visit porn
That's what it
sites
is.
I've
using
already downloaded
age
my
checks,
favorite
the
videos,
website will
I'm
show
fine.
a landing page that does not have any 18 plus content on it. At present time, some websites host porn already having landing pages that ask
Yes.
users to click a button to say they're over 18, which we were all doing when we were like 14. However,
I never did
anyone
that.
can
I
click
never.
these buttons.
I'm just saying. To the government out there. I never lied.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's basically because anyone can click those buttons. That was their old way of being like, it's for 18-year-olds. You got to say you're 18. But because anyone can click those buttons, now you're going to have to prove your age, much like you would in a shop
I'm gonna
buying
go buy
alcohol.
like 20 of these fucking things and just sell them to kids.
Oh, mate, you're going to be a fucking porn
Please
license.
don't sell sex stuff to kids.
Government, I'm joking.
What the fuck?
Don't get me.
Nah, you better only have it so you can choose between the name Mohammed or McLovin.
I might have to get a porn ID just that says
Why does it say-
McLovin.
What does
I
yours say
might have to.
McLovin? Well, because Mohammed was taken.
What the fuck was it between that and Mohammed?
Mohammed's like the most commonly used name in the world. Read a fucking book for once.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, well-
that actually angers me. It really,
It's-
because I hate the conservatives.
it's
fucking
dumb.
Bunch
It's
of
dumb.
pieces of
It's
shit.
fucking
bunch of
ridiculous.
old.
It's so
Christian
medieval.
pieces of shit that
It's
deserve to
so
be had.
medieval.
I know, crucified.
These guys are inebriated on.
These people deserve to be. Fucking pieces of shit.
I don't know if we can keep that in.
We probably
That's
can.
like a
I'll
like a
bleep
threat
it.
in it.
I'll bleep it.
Facts.
I'll bleep it. Yeah, that is a government threat. You just meant...
You just fucking.
No, I said you deserve. I didn't say I was going to.
Yeah, but you also said earlier for everyone to go shit on their doorsteps.
Yeah, well, they should. Jesus Christ! If I knew where our local MP lived.
I just imagine Theresa May opening the door to number 10 to walk out and do a press thing, and she just slides through a turd like, oh.
No, can you...
Wait, if you pooped on someone's...
If
you pooped on like next to someone's door and they slip on it and hit their head, are you liable?
Yes.
Can you imagine that murder show? She was murdered, but we don't know how. Well, we did DNA samples.
She slipped on a poop.
She seemed to have slipped on a human poo.
100 likes
Yes,
on this
sorry
podcast,
again for the amount of
and I'll send you 100 pieces of Greg's hair or 100 pieces of Lewis's hair.
I don't have 100 pieces of hair.
Well, we're going to pluck some.
I kept your hair from when I shaved it.
Oh, that's really
I've got it
weird.
in a box, and I kept your hair.
Yeah, mate, we
when...
got like 2,
Let's
3-year-old
go
hair
bold
out there.
and swap each other's hair.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Well, that's
sorry,
that's 150 likes.
Sorry for all the camera cuts in this. We're having a lot of fucking difficulties. Sorry, but you didn't miss anything.
Is this the last story before we move?
Have you got another?
No, I literally looked for it a minute ago.
All right, so
that comes in April, doesn't it?
I like this. Maybe we need to do like one current affairs podcast a month or something.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, you liking current affairs?
So this is actually one. Of, I love it. This is one of the best news stories I've heard.
Is it definitely like recent?
Yeah,
they found
March 21st.
They found
incredible. You don't understand how important this is. So basically, in
Greg, have you just got to switch that on? That keyboard thing.
Yeah, man, it's nice. And
Can you switch it on and do a little news jingle like a?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, it took me too long to like figure out. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
But don't worry.
Let down.
Don't worry. Look. Okay, so in China, they have
Got it.
in the Xinjiang province, they have found some of the earliest Cambrian life known to man, and
earliest what?
Cambrian life. So Cambrian is the first.
Camembert life.
No, Cambrian is one of the
Camden Town life.
It's the major epoch since the beginning of like Metazoan life, which is animal life.
I hear words coming out, but I don't understand what they mean.
So basically, beforehand there was lots of little single cell motherfuckers,
and the little snails and
then
shit.
They all, and then this is the Cambrian is like the time period where suddenly complex life.
When them little jelly things went like...
So the little jelly things were like... And then they were like...
I would say get a picture up, but we will get Article 13'd.
Yeah, so what is amazing about it is that it's preserved soft body organisms. And it gives us some of the most incredible sort of view into the earliest things like jellyfish. This has some of the earliest jellyfish ever found in the fossil record. And this is important because jellyfish do not preserve well.
Maybe we can't do a current affairs every month.
We think that jellyfish might have evolved...
I don't know if I can hear about fossils every single month.
We think that jellyfish might have evolved even 800, 700 million years ago. But obviously, this is the first thing, and it's about 520 million years ago, this rock deposit. And like for an early Cambrian, that's very early. Because the Cambrian starts from... Because you have the...
I need an infographic when you're saying this kind of stuff. I'm so used to,
I feel like I need like a board
PowerPoint or something.
So basically, you had the Ediacaran period, which is when we first found multicellular organisms, and then it goes into the Cambrian, which is when we find like not just multicellular organisms, but complex multicellular organisms that represent all phylums of modern life. You know, we
explain
find,
this in
the
the game Spore.
Okay, so game Spore, you have the cell stage, and then but you know when like your character, well actually it doesn't even make sense because you go straight onto land and
I feel like I'm back at school again where I'm like I'm trying really hard not to be a retard.
Dude, when I was
won't go in.
Okay, basically
it's just going.
We have found some of the earliest animals in the fossil record. That's that
in China.
In China.
Thank you very much, Greg, for that news story.
Why didn't you start? Why didn't you just say that?
I imagine these people at home know what I'm talking about. It's incredible. I don't think you understand like how like the thing is that the earliest fossils we have are always of calcium carbonate like organisms, like things like shells and stuff, because it's so hard to preserve soft body organisms. But we have soft body organisms.
This is what
preserved.
Right,
it's
great,
beautiful.
Great.
We have jellyfish. We have like literally. Oh my god, you don't even understand.
So Greg doesn't. When we make YouTube videos, Greg has no idea on what people would want to see.
I think people are interested in paleontology. It's a fascinating subject. It's probably the best subject.
Listen, if it was up to Greg, he would literally do PowerPoint presentations of what he's just said. I have to guide Greg.
Am I allowed to?
No.
You're like Howard Moon.
But everyone says I'm like Howard Moon.
Talking about jellyfish though, me and Greg went to a place recently, and they have, for some fucking reason.
Where the hell was this? Because I didn't think we had jellyfish anywhere near us.
I'm not going to say exactly where it is, but we went to a lake.
Local.
And yeah, local lake, and it had fucking hundreds of jellyfish.
You sure it wasn't just plastic bags?
No,
and Johnny's.
It wasn't. And Greg posted the thing. It was like it was sea butterfly or something.
Yeah, that's what someone said.
I'm thinking.
Can these ones sting you?
I don't know if they can sting you.
Interesting.
However, they don't really have tentacles. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't normally mean that they were
very small. They were like that.
I'm thinking of, for a video, just getting in there and laying with them. But people don't understand how much I hate jellyfish. So
we talked about it on, what was it, podcast 2, I believe. Fucking hell. We talked about no, it might have even been... No, it was podcast 1, wasn't it? It was the first one where we talked about irrational fears and phobias. And yours was jellyfish, wasn't it?
It was jellyfish. And I'm thinking... Great, it's just because you can hear it on there. Yeah. I'm thinking about getting in there and swimming
Matt,
with
tell
them.
us about your real deep fear of jellyfish and what jellyfish make you feel like.
Go on then. You know when you see...
Just let me guess.
Imagine you're in a plane.
Wait, hold it. We need something ambient for this terrifying story you're about to tell us, Matt.
That's great. That's perfect. Birds tweeting. Yes, I was just walking through a forest, and then I fell in a lake. No. When I was younger, for some reason, jellyfish used to make me want to be sick. I used to watch them on television, and they just make me feel ill. And if we do a video where I lay in that pond and I'm swimming with all these jellyfish, they're only tiny, we have to not play up the fact that I hate jellyfish, but show people how much I do hate them. When you guys held my eyes open and you were showing me that jellyfish thing, I didn't care about the fact that you were showing me war footage. I didn't care about the fact you were showing me, like, emaciated third world country people. I was upset that you were showing me jellyfish swimming around in a fucking big old swamp.
Was a lot of
That's the bit that made me fucking... I was like, get this shit out of my eyes. I want to blink. I don't want to see this. This plays in my brain when I see jellyfish. It does. If anyone's ever seen that Adventure Time episode where he's afraid of the sea,
that's how I feel about the sea.
That's how I feel about when I see
fucking
jellyfish.
hate the sea and the idea of swimming around in the sea. It fucking creeps the fuck out of me.
See, a lot of people didn't like that movie. What was that movie where they...
Is this 60s Doctor Who?
What was that movie where they go scuba diving off the end of the boat, and then the people who drive in the boat forget that they're part of the thing?
Man, I hated that.
Open water?
That made me feel so fucking... Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't like it.
They come back up and then they're stranded.
Yeah, they're stranded.
What happens at the end?
They just fucking die, I don't know. There's one bit where he's like, ow, ow, and they're just like in a swarm of jellyfish, and I was like, fucking, I want to cut my own head off so I don't have to see this.
You know, I fucking hate the idea of swimming around in the
Right, so
sea.
you can put that down now until the end. I do have one last story for y'all.
Ooh.
It comes from the country of
France.
Russia.
USSR. Jeez, how do you not know the?
Oh yeah, no, actually,
theme tune?
sorry. It's
Oh, sorry, wait. No, memes are illegal now, aren't they?
Oh shit,
Fuck. I shouldn't have fucking said that.
guys. But we're living memes. Are we illegal?
Wait. What about my
paradox?
my
We'll
pu-
just fade away.
What about my
like...
puking meme?
Yeah, fuck. You're illegal.
I'm not illegal. I'm copyrighting
I'm
anyone
gonna
who's
get-
ever used
I'm
it.
gonna get Theresa May to
Dude,
deport you.
You
You
make so much
illegal.
money. You just gotta copyright that shit.
Yeah, it's almost like the 50 million views that got robbed off of us on Facebook.
I mean,
And the
you
rest.
can complain about this law as much as you want, but you might be able to capitalize on it.
I don't care. Anyway, so, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Russian
Not
man.
California.
Okay,
not
well,
Florida
I know,
man,
yeah, I was
Russia
about
man.
to say Florida man, Russian man. Russian man's always worse than Florida man. So, what do? He eat
It's what he
skin off
does.
his like wife's eyes or something like that.
What's it?
Eat the
He's like-
skin off his wife's
Yeah,
eye.
well, no, 'cause,
Why
like-
don't you look at me
Yeah, 'cause
anymore?
she's mutated from Chernobyl and she's got skin on her eyes.
She's
I
got
thought that
extra
was funny.
skin on her eyes.
Well, I thought
Can you
that was-
imagine someone with extra skin on their eyes?
Like, hello.
Can you imagine
everyone.
someone with not extra skin on their eyes?
Like
Have you
this?
seen like old people who like
No,
who's
you-
like
you got
who's so
fat eyes,
wrinkly
so-
their like eyebrows start to droop over their eyes like
Yeah,
like that,
old people.
like one of them fucking Sharpay
Like,
dogs.
when
like-
you-
Our
eyes-
favourite people,
When
the
your eyes
olds.
get like that, you need to be put in the home. Because we were talking about this in the car earlier.
No.
No, what? Okay, so basically, retirement homes are like you go
Death row.
You go there to die.
There's nothing after retirement home.
And,
There's
like-
no holiday or,
Yeah, there is.
You put. Well, I don't know.
don't say the morgue.
Apparently, it's different in America because the people in America go to like retirement homes when they're like 60.
No,
in England, it's like
no,
you've
no,
got to be like in your
no,
90s.
but they go to like retirement homes where you can go out and like do tennis.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whereas over
It's all
here it's like,
capitalist, isn't it?
whereas
Yeah.
over here it's like they're rubbing your granddad's back like, don't worry, we're fine, that's okay, bye bye.
And
They just wheel him off in the
Yeah,
corner like that,
grandpa's
just
just
leave
like-
him.
Huh?
If you want to know what like nursing homes are really like in this country, there are loads of videos online of like people that take hidden cameras in there and they just watch like nurses just abuse old people. They're
Derek-
not all like that, but there are
Derek's
some.
quite a good example.
Yeah,
from,
there are
from
s-
people I know who've worked in nursing homes.
Derek is
The
a great
Ricky
example.
Gervais show. Anyway, so Russian man tries to board flight naked. Says clothes made him less aerodynamic. So he right.
I mean, he's got a point,
I
but
love
like,
that. That's like the ultimate. Like, how can I make sure? I'm really scared of flying. How can I make sure that this
He's
goes
a-
as smoothly
he's
as
a-
possible? I know.
he's a-
I'll make myself streamlined.
It's like a swimmer, but it doesn't make much difference.
Tricky drives his car naked as well.
It doesn't make much difference on the inside. Maybe if he was on the outside.
I think what happened is he heard about all like these plane crashes recently,
Yeah.
which are horrible. I'm not making a joke about the actual plane crashes. Well, Matt's laughing now, but like all I'm saying is that
Because I know it's so
and
insincere.
he's got and he's got this anxiety about it, and maybe like his anxiety thing is to take off his clothes and justify it with aerodynamics.
In anything, not even just on a plane.
Yeah.
Like he's got anxiety in McDonald's because there's loads of people, and he's just like,
He's just-
I'm streamlined now.
It's just like what
he
you think
stands
you're
like
trying to-
one of them ski jumpers.
I'm
Like,
streamlining so I get my meal faster. He's just being economical.
That's true. Maybe we should all
Oh.
take our clothes off
I'm
before we get on the
surprised that there's
plane.
Russians that take their clothes off because it's so cold.
yeah, fuck that. You imagine it to be someone from like.
imagine
Apparently he
being naked
wasn't-
in public.
Apparently,
in
he
summer in
wasn't
England,
drunk
even though-
at all.
What?
Yeah, but dude, I've watched Eastern Europeans drink, man. They
Yeah,
can drink
but
a lot
yeah, I
and
was
say
gonna
that
say
they weren't
like
drinking.
they have different levels of.
No, I
when
think
you're
they
drunk.
actually tested him.
Yeah, but they have different levels. Like it's like to us, like being blackout drunk is to them is just like, oh, he's fine. He's fine to drive. I thought that's what it's like. Maybe I'm being racist, but
That's not racist.
you know, they drink. They drink.
That's being they're stereotyping.
Being
but it's
Russian
not-
isn't
no,
a
it's not
race
racist.
anyway, so.
Oh.
no.
Is it not? I don't know.
It's a nationality, isn't it?
I mean, they look weird, don't
You're
they?
being nationalist.
They all look angry all the time.
Yeah, you want to
What
know
is it?
why? Because both their bollocks are frozen. Because
Yeah.
it's minus 86
You
all
say
year
that,
round.
but Finnish people have the same thing. They look happy all the time.
Yeah, but they live around elves and reindeers.
Yeah, that would make me happy. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
but it's
They
weird
all
with-
work for Santa as
No,
well.
but
so
I
they got
find Russia
fucking...
really weird because, like, I don't want to be like mean to Russians because, Russians.
Because they're deck yet.
But they probably poison me or something, neurotoxins. But but the thing is that why are all the men
Oh, fuck.
really ugly and
Greg,
like,
please don't make that
angry?
joke. That happened near here.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Go
a
on.
funny joke.
I love the
Um,
idea though of Donald Trump sat in his office like, I hate Putin, I hate him, I hate Russia, and then someone comes in and like, sorry, you do actually know that they have these chemical nukes and poisons. He's like, they have what? These chemical nukes and poisons, and he's like, oh well, maybe we should make friends with him then.
Yeah, but
I'll go and
it's
shake
true
his
because
hand.
okay, so like I'm not trying to be mean
Fucking
to Russians.
dweeb.
That
It's
wasn't a
actually-
bad
it's actually-
like voice.
I think it's a general thing in Europe. It's not just Eastern Europe and Russia, but even Western Europe. I noticed that is that all the guys are very ugly, very serious, really sad looking. And
Can
all
I
the-
just say that
and-
because
and
it's
the
because
women-
they're all grafters. Because
Yeah, but
people
all
in
the-
Eastern
all-
European countries have not necessarily had it very easy.
But it was like it in Germany as well. And then you see the woman, and you're just like, you see, like, I've never seen a different, like, such an attraction difference between men and women as I have in Europe. There are the most hottest women with the ugliest looking, gremlin looking motherfucking dudes.
Battle axes, yeah.
But it's like that in America as well, though. Like every like sitcom is based on some fat, ugly moron with like a super fucking hot wife,
Yeah,
and
man.
it looks normal.
The
and it's like,
Simpsons. Give me that margin.
I love to live in
margin.
Europe. I think we should move to Europe. You know
Anyway,
that, Paul?
guys, that
We can move
is
to Amsterdam or
I'm
something.
down. I'm
that
down.
is current news.
If you would like to see current news
What
more
a
often,
fucking shambles that was.
It's because of the booze.
That
you
was,
would- if
that
you
was
would-
more shambles than that fucking Theresa May cunt.
Battle axe.
brilliant. Yeah, if you would like to maybe see like one current affairs podcast a month, then
Just
let
so
us
we can
know.
clickbait the shit out of it.
Yes, because it would really help us out. If it was a load of shit, then please be welcome to say I prefer it when you just do normal topics.
We
and
don't,
we'll...
yeah, we don't care. You
Yeah.
can be as negative as you want to us. And
Yeah, criticism, we take it quite well. Anyway, so we're going to go into the best and / final act of this. That was on the whole time, you fucking cunt. Neck the rest of your wine before you do this.
Oh, now it's gonna make me worse.
No, go. Peer pressure isn't good.
Okay, so what do you guys want me to play?
Well,
don't
it's
know.
up to you, innit, you fucking cunt.
Oh, who's last week's winner and what was the tune? Now, a lot of you got this right.
Greg, stop now for that. Greg.
Once I press it, it does it on its own.
Yes, a lot of people got this right. A lot of people said the Jackass theme, which is correct. Give yourself a pat on the back. But that was brilliant. But we were looking for the actual title of the song, and somebody did get it first. And from now on, whoever gets it first, we are going to give a shout out to. So, Matt, who was the lovely man who got the real song and title correct first?
Yeah, because that was actually my bottom line. Because I fucking love this band, so it's a big thing for me. And I know someone did get it.
It's because we asked for so many comments. It's
We've
difficult.
got like 80 comments on that.
That's good
Fucking
though.
video.
It was
Yeah, it is.
Jamie B.
Well done, Jamie. I love the
Jamie B. The song for Goonie Tunes is Corona by
Minutemen.
Minutemen,
Yeah.
aka the Jackass theme. Jamie B, we
one
love
of the
thee.
best albums ever. That album.
Yeah, big props to you, man. You got that first. Well done. And now, Greg is going to play a different tune, and just like what was the name of the guy who won?
Jamie B.
And just
I
like
just found that
Jamie,
wine, but I feel like I need some more.
just like Jamie B,
Just down the rest
If-
of that bottle, Greg.
just like Jamie B. If you would like a little shout out like that, then be the first to guess the title of this song.
Yeah, so my hair...
Or if it's not a title and it's a theme of something, you know what I mean? If it doesn't actually have an official...
My hair right now is actually a clue.
We're on low battery.
Okay. So my hair right now is a clue to this. So, let's go.
And now I'm alone. And I can think for myself about all the girls and issues and things that I just don't understand. Oh, dude, that's so good.
You got an extra one to go on, Greg?
Yeah,
This is the bonus one.
Okay, yeah, so if you know the title of that song, please write it. First one will get a shout out, but Greg is also going to do a bonus one as well. So there's 2 possible winners here.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's fine. I'm drunk as fuck. Let me
Let me have another sip. I'm so drunk.
Let me have a sip, and because there's levels of drunk, and once you push past it, you get better.
You want to play some Rock Band tonight, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh no, I've done it in the wrong thing. Oh, sorry.
Greg, can you actually play this song?
He can.
I can play this song great when I'm.
Well, stop drinking!
No, we'll do it.
If you get that one, that's the bonus
That is
one.
Bonus.
We don't expect anyone to get that, but if you do, you have ascended. Hey, we will invite you in on here.
No.
Okay.
I will send you a card.
Card.
Yeah, like a card or something. I don't know. It would just be a card that says "Well done." That would be it. No, it'd be a piece of paper that says "Well done."
You made it.
So yeah, what happens after Goonie Tunes?
What happens after Goonie Tunes? Me and you have a little...
No. You.
Yeah, but you're supposed to join in. Come on, you can join in on this one.
It'll be talking.
Okay, I can't really say this time a little sing-song around the Threeskins campfire, because Greg hasn't got his acoustic guitar with him, and that's what kind of gave it that campfire-y edge. I'm thinking now we're gathering round the Threeskins DJ booth, I suppose. And this segment is where we just have a little sing-song about just bullshit that we just spoke about. Feel free to share your little ditties in the comments. Is that where you're going? Are you going with something like that?
I don't know. You can
Maybe something a bit slower. Not that slow.
This suit is black, not.
Wait.
Greg loves this thing, man.
How fast you went?
I don't mind.
Slower.
I'm gonna say I'm struggling. I find it
Slower.
a lot easier to do this to an acoustic.
Yeah, sorry. I could go get my acoustic if you want.
No, can you play something like melody-ish on that? Something light.
What's light for you?
I don't know. Yeah, just play like a slow melody.
I don't know. It's hard because this is it's
What was
just
the weird space shit that he was talking about?
what spaceship.
He was talking about something up in space.
Go on, Lewis. Spit some bars, bro. Let's go. Doesn't have to be long, though.
My name on the block is Big Vlad. I am a husband and also a dad. I have never been on a plane in the air, so it's safe to say that I'm pretty scared. I'm going to go on the plane, but fuck ass naked, so I am more streamlined and will sure to make it.
That's good. That was fucking banging.
Drink
Getting
the
better.
vodka.
You're getting better.
Drink
It's
the
getting better.
vodka. Drinky vodka naked on a plane. Can I have a miniature of plain scotch? Theresa May coming out to do a press conference. She's gonna come out and spout some more fucking nonsense. She walks out her door, slips a smile, but slips in a big shitty pile. Someone took a crap on the front doorstep of number 10.
That was me.
The guard outside the door is gonna get the sack, 'cause he's a twat, 'cause he let someone shit on Theresa May's doormat.
Put it back.
Yay!
And that's the end of the podcast, guys. Tip jar down below if you want to use. If
Can
you
you
want to,
play the outro tune on that?
you can. The Amazon link we have down below. You literally just click,
Oh yes.
click on that link. You might want to turn that down just.
Yeah, make it nice and quiet.
Um,
Okay, yeah. The Amazon link down below. Please, if you are an Amazon shopper, please go and shop through that. There's no catch. It's not like something. It's you shop completely normally on the normal Amazon website, but if you go through that link, it helps us out a little bit. So if you could do that, that would be fucking awesome.
and some of you already have. And thank you for doing that.
And do you know what? I've just thought it might be quite interesting just if you really want to help us, go through that Amazon link. Say you're thinking about buying something, go through that Amazon link and screenshot whatever it is you bought through our link.
Ooh.
And just like send it to us on Instagram,
Good
and
idea.
we'll like
Good idea.
and we'll go through all the products you bought. I want to see big old sex toys, gimp masks, depraved t-shirts, weird items, very miscellaneous items. I want to see it all. What did you buy on?
Gravestones.
Yeah. Plastic tombstones, 6 months before Halloween.
Never buy plastic ones, always get stone ones.
Okay, yeah. Like I said earlier, tip jar link is in the description. All of our social media shite, if you missed it at the start, is down there as well. All of our personal stuff and all of the Threeskins shit. Yeah.
Honestly, you need to follow us on our social media, specifically Instagram, because we do a lot of things that you won't see on here. That is,
Even if you
entertaining-ish.
Even if you don't use Instagram, just fucking make an account and follow just us, because we're entertaining.
Yeah.
I think we're quite an entertaining bunch, aren't we?
I think we need to make more stories that involve each other. You know what I mean?
I think you need to fucking keep playing the outro so we can do the outro.
Well, I wanted to have a drink, and actually,
That's
Can I
it,
play?
innit?
Can I play
It's a
something
D
real quick?
major
Can I
seven.
play
It's a
the
D major
only
seven.
thing I know on a piano?
Yeah, go for it. This is so racist.
Ah, that worked.
That
Yeah, that works.
That
Yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah.
That we ended.
That'll fucking
happy
work.
Chinese New Year.